Your immediate thoughts to this weird main event?
Listen, 5 years off in this sport is rough. We're assuming blown ACL. I'm no doctor. I was expecting at least a one-round war. If anybody saw anything that could have possibly made him look weak or injured leading up to this fight, more than 44 million views, somebody would.
And that was right.
The fight is over. The fight is fucking over.
A minute 6 in, McGregor had to have been injured entering the fight.
An absolute nightmare.
That's that.
An absolute disaster. Was it the knee or the leg?
His knee.
Something buckled. Oh my God.
What the fuck just happened?
He's crying.
Did he injure himself?
Reaction to how that fight ended.
It was sad to see, but that's the thing with this sport. You've got to stay consistent, you've got to keep fighting, and I think where he hasn't fought in so long, his body couldn't keep up with it. Coming out and throwing a crazy kick like that first thing, his knee just collapsed underneath him. I feel bad for him. Just 5 seconds, got to feel for him.
It's probably a little unfulfilling tonight, so just as you sit there right now, just can you process what unfolded?
Yeah, I mean, I had the man weak in the knees, I guess, so... You know, all jokes aside, I just hope he's good, you know. I know Conor been battling some stuff. Looked like he really been changing. You know, he found God. He had his kids in there, so, you know, during the fight, you could obviously tell his demeanor changed, you know. And I was, you know, shout out to the ref. I was trying to tell the ref sooner, you know. Like, this guy's kids is front row, you know. I don't want to see him take unnecessary damage. Trying to stop the fight, but this is how crazy Conor is. The first time he's on the ground, I was punching him. He's like, fight. I was like... Okay, that's why I backed up. I said, stand up there. Let's fight. And then he fell back down, and then the fight was called.
I mean, you've been in the UFC octagon more than anybody, right? But I just wonder, like, you knew you had a wounded guy, but it's almost hard for you to stay mentally focused. Like, hold on, remember what we're here to do. You know, I got to go hurt this guy.
Not at all, you know. We're killers. But at the end of the day, I'm a human being, you know what I mean? I think so. That's why I'm so loved in this sport, because I can actually separate the fighter from the person. So when I saw him hurt, you know, I was like, man, come on, like, you call this. He was done, you know, and he wanted to fight. Tried to stand up again, fell back down. I just hope him a speedy recovery, you know. It's all love to him. The man, like I said, is trying to change his life around, so, you know, sending prayers his way.
Yeah. You had a better look at it than anybody, and you identified it earlier. Do you think it was that first kick that he threw?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I did the UFC podcast before I came here. And me and Wonderboy was talking about it. Even with him walking into the octagon, it didn't seem, you know, it just didn't seem like the same Conor, you know? Like, I thought he was still there to fight, but, like, I thought he'd be a little bit more rowdy, a little bit more crazy. He looked, like, really, really calm, like, super calm. So I was just kind of like, oh, wow, let's see how this goes. And then, of course, I knew he was going to attack me with something, and it was that kick, so, you know, it sucks.
Max, can you just go back? You had said what Conor was saying. He was saying, fight, let's go. But can you just walk us through when you were talking to the ref, telling him, hey, his kids are in the audience. Did you actually say that to the ref? I don't want, or I thought the ref say?
Yeah, I told the ref, ref, stop the fight. He doesn't want to fight. I was like, bro, his demeanor is right. And then he said fight the first time. So I was like, okay, stand up. So I backed up, he stand up, and then he tried to do this hop step where he hop forward, hop back, and then he did it again. And then when he went back, he just kind of grabbed his leg, you know, and he screamed. He said, and I was telling the ref, come on, bro. Like, what you want me to do? Keep it? Like, this guy he brought his kids to the fight, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't trying to beat up a wounded dog.
This was meant to be Conor McGregor's redemption story. After 5 years away from the octagon, a horrific leg injury, legal troubles, and countless setbacks, he promised fans he was back stronger, sharper, and ready to prove he still belonged at the top. But the dream unraveled almost instantly. As soon as the opening bell rang, McGregor charged forward with an aggressive running kick toward Max Holloway. The strike missed, and as his right foot landed, his knee suddenly buckled beneath him. Within seconds, he crashed to the canvas, struggled to stand, absorbed a few shots from Holloway, got back up, and then collapsed again. Referee Mike Beltran had seen enough and waved off the fight, ending McGregor's comeback just 69 seconds after it began. What happened next spoke louder than any interview could. McGregor skipped the post-fight interview, quietly left T-Mobile Arena and disappeared without addressing the media. For one of the loudest personalities in combat sports, that silence revealed just how heartbreaking the moment truly was. Dana White later told reporters that the early belief was a torn ACL, while McGregor insisted on social media that he entered the fight completely healthy and that the injury came out of nowhere. Medical experts remain divided, with some suggesting it could instead be a meniscus tear. Whatever the final diagnosis, one fact is impossible to ignore. At 37 years old, after suffering a broken leg in 2021 and another serious leg injury in 2026, McGregor's future has never been more uncertain. The comeback fans waited 5 years to see ended in just over a minute, leaving the entire MMA world wondering if this was the final chapter of the Notorious. The MMA world reacted almost immediately. Fighters, analysts, and former champions shared their thoughts, with many expressing sympathy after watching McGregor's comeback end in heartbreaking fashion. Others were more direct, arguing that after 2 major leg injuries and years away from elite competition, this could be the end of his fighting career. Many also pointed to McGregor's recent record. Since becoming the UFC's first simultaneous 2-division champion in 2016, he has earned just 1 octagon victory, while suffering defeats to Khabib Nurmagomedov and Dustin Poirier before this latest setback. To many, it no longer looks like bad luck. It looks like a difficult reality. Still, McGregor isn't giving up. In a social media post, he admitted he was in a dark place, but ended with a powerful promise. "I will not be deterred. I will return." With 1 fight reportedly remaining on his UFC contract, the possibility of 1 final comeback still exists if he recovers. Max Holloway also showed respect, wishing McGregor a full recovery and saying he'd be open to a trilogy fight in the future. Whatever happens next, McGregor's legacy is already secure. His historic rise, including the legendary 13-second knockout of Jose Aldo and becoming the UFC's first simultaneous 2-division champion, will forever remain one of the greatest chapters in MMA history. Nothing that happened in 2026 can erase what Conor McGregor accomplished between 2013 and 2016. His rise to the top changed the UFC forever. However, the years since have been marked by injuries, setbacks, and missed opportunities, rather than the comeback many fans hoped to see. Now the biggest question remains: is this the end of McGregor's career? After 2 serious leg injuries, a long layoff, and just 1 win in his last 5 UFC appearances, the odds of another successful return seem slimmer than ever. Yet McGregor has overcome the impossible before, and many believe he still has 1 final chapter left to write. What do you think? Has Conor McGregor fought his last UFC fight? Or will the Notorious make 1 more comeback? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for the latest UFC news, fight analysis, and breaking combat sports updates.